Hi students, today's our topic 7 is female reproductive wall. The female reproductive wall. The female reproductive wall is called as a gynoecium. Already we discussed about that. That is the fourth wall. So in the gynoecium, gynoecium is a female reproductive organ. Female reproductive organ. The unit of the gynoecium is called pistil or carpel. So the unit of gynoecium is called pistil or carpel. Already we discussed about this. So carpel content, this is a carpel. This is a carpel. This is a carpel. The carpel, see the diagram in this. So carpel, this is a carpel. Carpel has swollen base. The swollen base is called as a ovary. This is a ovary. So free end of the carpel or pistil is called as a stigma. So on stigma there is a pollen grain is deposited. The pollen grain is deposited on the stigma at the time of pollination. So this is called as a stigma. So then the tubular portion between the ovary and stigma, this is called as a style. Together it is called as a carpel or pistil. This is also called as a megasporophyll. So this is also called as a megasporophyll. The free end of the carpel, which serves as a landing platform for the pollen grain, is called as a stigma. The long narrow tubular structure is present in between the stigma and ovary is called as a style. Already we discussed here, style. And next, the basal swollen part of the carpel is called ovary. This is a ovary. Swollen part of the carpel is called as a ovary. So inside the ovary, what is present? Inside the ovary, ovarian cavity is present. Inside the ovary, ovarian cavity is present. So here in ovarian cavity, what is present? In ovarian cavity, a cushion-like structure is present. In ovarian cavity, this is a ovarian cavity. Suppose it is a ovarian cavity. Inside the ovarian cavity, a cushion-like structure is present. This is called as a placenta. Inside the placenta, inside the ovarian cavity, there are some structures. These are called as a ovules. So ovules are attached on the cushion-like structure placenta. The mode of arrangement of ovules on the placenta is called as a placentation. So these ovules also call it as integumented megasporangia. So integumented megasporangia are present. So which are born on a cushion-like tissue called placenta in the ovarian cavity. So this is about general structure of the gynoecium. So this is a gynoecium. So actually, if the carpels, whatever we discussed here, the carpels are free from each other in the flower. Those are called as a apocarpus ovary. That is called as a apocarpus gynoecium or apocarpus ovary. So carpels are free from each other. Example, rose lotus michaelia. Here, this is apocarpus ovary. This is a michaelia flower, michaelia gynoecium. Here carpels are free here. They are independent. On the placenta. On the structure, base of the flower. So this is called as a apocarpus ovary. If the carpels are fused together, that is called as a syncarpus ovary. Carpels are fused, that is called as syncarpus ovary. Example, papaver and hibiscus, China rose. This is China rose. So in China rose, carpels are fused and together it is form one structure that is called as Syncarpus gynoecium. Syncarpus gynoecium. So coming to the ovary, inside the ovary what is present? What we discussed inside, what we seen inside the ovary, inside the ovary, ovules are present. Ovules are present. The ovules are present. So let us see the structure of ovule. Structure of ovule. So let us see the structure of ovule. This is the structure of ovule. Structure of ovule. So the part we discussed here. Gynoecium is each ovule is attached to the placenta by means of stalk called funicle. Funicle. By means of stalk, call it as a funicle. Funicle. Here it is. Funicle. It is a funicle. Stalk-like structure is called as a funicle inside the ovule. Next part. A point of attachment of the funicle with the ovule. The point of attachment of the funicle with the ovule is called as a hilum. Hilum. So this is a hilum. In this we can see the hilum. So this is a hilum where the ovule is attached with the funicle. This is called as a hilum. So next structure. The main region of the ovule is composed of mass of parenchymatous cell with abundant reserve food material, which is called as a nucellus. This is a nucellus. This is a nucellus. The abundant reserve food material with the parenchymatous cell is called as a nucellus. Nucellus is the main part of the ovule. This is the main part of the ovule. Main part of the ovule. The nucellus is covered by one or two coats protective envelope which are called integuments. The nucellus is covered by the integuments. One or two layers of the integument is present. So this is a inner integument. This is a outer integument. This is a outer integument. This is a inner integument. So this is a outer part, outer layer. This is a outer layer. This is a inner layer. Two integuments are present, inner and outer integument. Those are covers the entire nucellus. Nucellus is a main part of the ovule. Next, the most of ovule, funicle is attached to the main body of ovule for some distance to form a ridge-like structure is called as a raphe. In most of the ovule, the funicle is attached to the main body. The funicle is attached to the main body. This is a main body. This is a funicle, main body of ovule for some distance. For some distance to form a ridge-like structure is called as a raphe. This is a raphe. So raphe has some vascular tissue. Vascular tissue is present in the raphe to supply the food material from the placenta to the body of ovule. From the placenta it contains some vascular tissue. This vascular tissue supply the food material from the placenta to the main part of the ovule. That is called as a raphe. The place where funicle and integuments are arises. The place where the funicle and integuments are arises. The funicle, this is entirely funicle, no stalk-like structure. So the funicle and integument where they are arises, this is called as a chalaja. The place from where funicle and integument arise is called as a chalaja. Integuments are absent. integuments are absent at particular place of the ovule, main body, opposite to the chalaja, this is called as a micropyle. What is the importance of the micropyle here? The micropyle is involved in the carrying male gametes through the pollen tube. Pollen tube is entered through this after the germination. After the germination of the pollen grain, the pollen tube enter through this micropyle. It carry the male gamete towards to the inner part of the ovule. So that is the function of the micropyle. This micropyle has no integument. It is some part of the ovule. The integument is absent opposite to the chalaza. That is called as a micropyle. The micropyle in bitegmic ovule has two parts. Outer region which surrounded by the outer integument is called exostome. Outer region, this is called exostome. The inner part of the micropyle which is surrounded by the inner integument is called endostome. Endostome, exostome. Endostome and exostome are present. So this is about the ovule. So inside the ovule, what is present? Inside the ovule, there are some structures. Inside the ovule, there is a structure. This is called as an embryo sac. Embryo sac. So in an embryo sac, towards to the chalaja, 3 cells are present. Towards to the chalaja, 3 cells are present. These are called as antipodals. So antipodals. Towards to the micropyle inside the embryo sac. This is an embryo sac. Inside the embryo sac, towards to the micropyle, 3 cells are present. In these 3 cells, the middle one is egg. This is called as egg. Towards side, some 2 cells are present. 2 cells are present. Those are called as synergids. Actually, this is egg. These two are called as synergids. So this middle one is called as egg. So all of these cells are the antipodal cells and synergid and egg cells are in haploid condition. So middle in embryo sac one cell is present, one structure is present. This is called as a central cell. The central contains the two nuclei. This is called as a secondary nuclei or polar nuclei. This is called as a secondary nuclei or polar nuclei. The central cell contains the secondary nuclei or polar nuclei. So this is about the structure of ovule here. And then so there are types of ovules. So based on the integuments, on the basis of integuments, the ovules are different types. What are those? Unitegmic ovule, bitegmic ovule, ategmic ovule. Unitegmic ovule means single integument of ovule. Single integumented ovule is called as a unitegmic ovule. Right? Means only one integument is surrounded the main body of the ovule, that is a nucellus. That nucellus is covered by a single integument. So that this is called as a unitegmic ovule. So this unitegmic ovules are present in the members of gamopetalae and monocots. Gamopetalae means what is the character of this gamopetalae? Petals are fused here. In flowers, petals are fused. That is called as a gamopetalae. In gamopetalae, character showing flowers has unitegmic ovule. Two integumented ovule is called as a bitegmic ovule. Two integuments are covers the nucellus. That is called as a bitegmic ovule. So it is present in most of the angiosperms. In most of the angiosperms it is present. Next, ategmic ovule. Ategmic ovule means the ovule in which integuments are absent. This is called as a ategmic ovule. Ategmic ovule. No integuments are surrounded the main body of the ovule. That is called as a nucellus. Ategmic ovule. Example of the ategmic ovule, Loranthus. Loranthus. So next, types of ovules on the basis of the nucellus. On the basis of the nucellus, the types of ovules. So what are the teeny nucellate ovule, teeny nucellate ovule, crossy nucellate ovule. Teeny nucellate ovule, nucellus is either less development or present in the form of single layer. Less development of the nucellus is present or present in the form of single layer. Single layer of the nucellus or less development of the nucellus is present in the ovule. So that they are called as teeny nucellate ovule. Example, Gamma petalae group of plants. Gamma petalae group of flowers. So this teeny nucellate ovule is present. Crossy nucellate ovule. The nucellate is a massive type, that is, it is made up of many layers. Massive means cluster of nucellus is present inside the ovule, that is made up of with many layers. The many layers of the nucellus is present, that is called as a crossy nucellate ovule. It is made up of many layers. Example, polypetalae group and monocot. Polypetalae group and monocots. So this is today's topic. Thank you.